Alright, good morning everyone. So today we are here in the test place because I basically want to go over all these new changes to the snipers, and I'm not going to do like any of the secondary snipers. I just want to do these ones, and let me just start in order of importance. So we're going to start with the K14. So yeah, the K14 actually got like a full rework, which is it's pretty interesting. So basically in the main game, the K14 is 50 fire rate, and in the test place it's 70 fire rate. So you get a huge fire rate buff. Like that's a 40% increase right there. But the thing is, you're like, hold on. Oh no. Oh my. Okay, I'm good. Okay. But the other thing is that your damage is a lot worse. So instead of one-shotting up to, I believe in the main game, it's like 80 or 90 studs, it's only 41 now. So the idea is that it's supposed to be like a really good close range sniper, and I'm like terrible at close range sniping, as you can tell. But the reason for this change was because they said it was obsolete due to the R700 being better. Well, they just said obsolete due to the R700, so I'm assuming the reason was because the R700 is just better than the K14 in its current state. I am so bad at close range sniping. I shouldn't be doing this video. But in my opinion, like the K14 is just the R700 but better. It just has more bullets and just better mobility and better reload. So personally, I think the old K14 was just better than the R700. So I don't really agree with the merits of the change, but maybe I'm missing something. Anyways, regardless if it's a buff or not, I can't really even tell. I really like the new K14. I think it's kind of got a niche that no other gun has, like a very nice, clean, easy, reliable close range sniper that shoots really fast. Like you're gonna forget about using this at long range. It's just not going to be worth it. I really like that. I don't think a sniper has held that kind of position before, so I think it's a very good change. And yeah, I'm probably gonna like start getting better at close range sniping because of this. There we go. We got a double kill. All right, and so there's also this .308 win conversion on the K14, which I don't really like too much because what it does is you get a little bit more close range damage. So your torso one shot goes up to like 70 studs, but you lose half your mag and you lose 10 fire rate. So in my opinion, it's just not worth it. I don't know. I think the 10 bullets is kind of necessary for this gun to actually be useful. So for it to go down to 5 bullets, it's just not for me. So yeah, like I said, I really like the new K14. I think the change was pretty good. And yeah, I'm kind of excited to try this out in the main game just to see how well my like close range sniping can be. Again, like I said, probably not very good. Yep. So the next sniper is the FT300, which notoriously I hate because like in the main game, I hate it. And I also hate it in the test place. Like I think it's a little better, but I still don't think it's very good. So they said they wanted to actually give this gun some like interest for people to use it, but I really don't think they've done that. Like they agreed it was bad before, but I just think they failed to actually make it good. So here's the deal. I'm going to take off the marksman kit and we'll talk about that later. But they say the fire rate's 65. Like they still say it. The fire rate's more like 36. Okay. You have 36 fire rate and the one shot range is 115 studs to the torso. That's all you get. But the thing is, you know, the intervention can one shot to the torso up to 150 studs. And the intervention is faster than this. Like the new intervention, we'll talk about that later too. But the new intervention shoots at 38 RPM and this shoots at 36. So you're essentially getting less RPM, less muzzle velocity, and less damage. I don't really get it. Like the only reason I would use this is I wouldn't use it. I just don't think it's good. It's just a direct downgrade from the intervention. The only thing is that you don't actually have to reload. Like if you're considering the fire rate to be that slow, you're reloading all the time. So it's not like the intervention where you have to stop and reload for 3 seconds. But anyways, there's also the marksman kit. So the marksman kit actually, it says it shoots at 50. It shoots more like 40 RPM, and then you just get, you know, less, just even less damage. And you do have 10 bullets, but like, I don't know. It's just not worth it. It's totally not worth it. For 40 RPM, only an 80 stud torso shot, like it's not worth it whatsoever. That's just my opinion though. I don't think I'm missing anything, but I probably am. So let me know what I'm missing. Tell me your arguments for why the FT300 is actually good, because I can't find the reason. All right, now so I did some digging. I think this is the most useful conversion on the FT300, the 7.5 Swiss conversion, because with this your one shot torso range is 135 studs. So they say the downside to that is you get a slower reload and you get less muzzle velocity, but I don't really think the reload any slower. All right, so let me just try them side by side. I'm just gonna like click as fast as I can just so we get the like actual RPM. So it's like that, and then let me just take it off. All right, so if I take it off, I'm just gonna do it right here. So I'm just gonna compare them side to side in editing, and then we'll determine that. So yeah, it did look like the Swiss conversion reloads just a tiny bit slower. So really what you're trading off is your muzzle velocity for just 20 more studs of one shot to the torso. And again, the intervention just beats it anyways. So honestly, yeah, I don't see why you would use this. Oh yeah, and I just want to prove that the marksman kit is not 50 fire rate as it says it is. So if we do the same thing we did again, That's how slow it shoots. And then let's take something that's actually 50 fire rate. I'm just gonna go with the R700. So we'll grab the R700, says 50 fire rate, and we'll just shoot it. It's much faster, as you can obviously tell. So yeah, and if you want to actually calculate the RPM for yourself, all you have to do is shoot it and then shoot it again, and then take the time between shots and divide 60 by that number. So you get how many times you can shoot in 60 seconds basically, and that's the proof that it's not 50 fire rate. Anyways, like I said, I don't really like this, so we'll just head to the next gun. All right, now let's talk about the WA2K, because the WA2K got like kind of a big rework too. So initially this gun was 90 RPM, and now it's 180. So they kind of acknowledged like no one uses the WA2K, and they kind of wanted to turn it from more of a sniper to a sniper DMR kind of mix. And I think they've done a pretty good job. So this thing has 180 RPM, as I said, and it one-shots to the head at all ranges. I don't think I checked the muzzle velocity, but I think it's 2850. So it has good muzzle velocity. I'll double check that though, just to make sure. But 180 RPM is like really good for like a, you know, quote unquote sniper. And then there's also like a 7.5 Swiss conversion, which I think is pretty interesting too, that we're gonna look at. And just, I don't know, like it's like a better scout basically. Anyways, yeah, I think this is really good. Yeah, 2850 muzzle velocity. It's crazy. You don't get a one-shot torso, but who cares? Does it not like two-shot to that range? Okay, it did 96 damage. Yeah, I guess it doesn't two-shot to the torso at long range, but neither does the scout, right? So it's still just a better scout with less bullets. And you're gonna need to hit headshots for this to actually be, well, it's still like usable even if you're not hitting headshots, but it's just insane if you're gonna hit headshots. I don't know if this is gonna be too overpowered. I really couldn't tell that without it actually being in the main game and people using it, but from the looks of it, it seems like it's gonna be really, really good. So they've certainly accomplished that. They've made it like a good sniper. And now let me talk about the Swiss conversion. I immediately like this, not because of the stats. I really like Switzerland, so that's kind of why. So what this does, you get 80 less fire rate, so it's 100 instead of 180, but you get a one-shot range. And the one-shot range is up to 68 studs, I think. So 100 fire rate, and you can one-shot anyone up to 68 studs. So I'm not sure like how good that is in terms of just what other guns out there can do that. But as far as I'm concerned, that seems pretty good to me. Again, I'd have to use it. Like, these are just my first impressions. I haven't even actually used this conversion yet. I just looked at the stats, but it seems pretty good to me. It seems like a good alternative to like the K14. You get even more fire rate, but you just get like worse handling, but you also get a better torso range, so, or a torso one-shot range. So yeah, I think this could be a pretty good conversion for someone to try out. I don't think I would be the best person to try it out, but because like I said, I'm not really a close range sniper, and I've never really liked the handling of this gun anyways, but like I said, it could be very interesting. So I'm glad they've decided to update this gun, as it was just kind of bad. We're now going to talk about the snipers that they haven't really like completely reworked. So the first one obviously is the NTW. So this just got a couple buffs. Without the conversion, you get 20 studs penetration. It used to be less, I'm pretty sure. You get a little bit more mobility and I think a little bit more muzzle velocity, but the main thing is they made this conversion basically 35 studs penetration, which you all should have seen, but that's basically what it does now. It goes through everything. I've seen so many of this gun in the test place. You probably should have seen that in the last video because I just kept dying to that every single life. But yeah, in my personal opinion, I think the 35 studs is a bit too much. This just didn't need to be buffed. Just kind of unhealthy to have this much penetration, and that's exactly why. Combined with the guaranteed one shot, it's like, I don't know, man. It's a bit broken. So I hope they don't change this, or if they're going to change it, I hope they nerf it. Even though it's very, very fun to use, like it just shouldn't be in the game. So that's my opinions on the matter. All right, and so the next gun that got some notable changes is the Intervention. So this gun actually got nerfed quite severely. So it used to be 45 fire rate and now it's 38, and it also got a reload nerf, so it's just overall going to be a lot slower. So I'm really not quite thrilled about this. I don't think the Intervention was overpowered to begin with. I think it was just a good sniper that like deserved to be good, because honestly, it's my personal opinion, but I feel like the snipers are a lot harder to use than the autos, so it's kind of natural for the Intervention to be considered a good sniper. So I don't really think this needed a nerf at all, but I'm not sure if they're gonna keep the change. They probably will, but I really hope they don't. I really hope we stick with the 45 fire rate. I mean, if they want to nerf the reload, I wouldn't really mind that much though. But yeah, this just, I don't know, this shouldn't have 38 fire rate. It just seems way too slow. It kind of just takes the fun out of using the gun. Like, it used to be 50, I think, then it was 45, now it's 38. So yeah, not really in favor of this change, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. All right, now we're going to talk about the R700. So they added this conversion to the R700 called the .32 ACP. I don't know if it's good or not. I can't really tell yet, but I just think it's hilarious. So let me put on the ballistics tracker and you're going to see why. Look at our fire rate though, 90 fire rate. Look at our damage, 35 to 20. It's like like a scout basically. But our muzzle velocity is very, very bad. I just want to show you how funny this gun looks though when you're shooting it, because I mean, look how oh, I can also, you see what I just did there? If you spot like during the bolt, it just cancels the bolt, which is kind of funny, but it just bolts so quickly. And I don't know if you can tell like on the camera, but I am just running so fast with this. It's like I'm holding a melee and it suppresses it. Like it's such a cool conversion. And it just doesn't seem like this could possibly be overpowered because the damage is so bad and the muzzle velocity is also so bad. I guess if you're really, really good at like handling the muzzle velocity and hitting headshots at the same time, then maybe it could be a bit overpowered, but it just doesn't seem like that would be the case. I just find this like, I just love the fact that you can cancel the bolt just by spotting someone. That's awesome, but I'm pretty sure that's unintentional anyways. But yeah, I don't know, this is just a really cool conversion. I've never seen a bolt action bolt this quickly, especially from the R700. I would just use this for the laughs, even if I would probably do worse with it. I mean, I'm actually not doing too bad with the ballistics tracker. It's just kind of a crutch, but it helps so much because I'm not going to bother like dealing with 2000 muzzle velocity. I don't know. Maybe if I use this enough, then I would get the hang of it and wouldn't need the ballistics tracker, in which case easy straight pull bolt. That would be insane. This is like the most unique conversion I've ever seen. Well, I mean, there's been weird ones like, you know, the BFG Wildcat, but I mean like useful weird, like actually good. All right. And also look how fast the reload is. Ready? Dude, it's so quick. All right, anyways, that was the R700 and the .32 ACP conversion. Now, everything else is just kind of cleanup. Like, this just got a muzzle velocity buff, but there's no heavy barrel anymore. And then nothing really happened to the Mosin. So yeah, that was all the changes that I wanted to go through. And yeah, these are all just my opinions. I have to clarify that because not everything I say should be taken so seriously. This is all just what I think. But yeah, overall thoughts for like the general sniper updates, pretty good. I think there's a lot of interesting changes, and I would like to see them continue working on the FT300 because in my opinion, it just needs way more work. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to end the video there. Really hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on the sniper updates. We're going to hit this trick shot. No, we're not. All right, anyways, see you guys.